Do you have everything that you need to ensure that your pets are safe and healthy and happy during an emergency? Let's go over some tips and suggestions for how to do so. Hello everyone and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are all about pantry preparedness, and being prepared, having a prepared pantry includes your pets because they're part of the family. So today we're going to go over a few tips and tricks to make sure that your pets are healthy and safe and happy during an emergency. This is going to take some preparation on your part, some planning on your part, and everybody will be better off in the end. Do you remember Katrina? When Katrina hit, there were so many pets that were displaced. There were so many pets that were taken from their families, that were stranded, that died because the people were not prepared and did not take precautions to make sure that these sweethearts were safe. Here are some of the best practices for pet preparedness. I think June is Pet Preparedness Month. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't matter. No matter what, they're part of the family. Let's get them prepared. Okay, number one is to have an emergency kit for your pet. Yes, you have your bug out bag, you have your get home bag, you have your medical kit. Have a pet kit, okay? This should include food, water, medication, first aid, and any other supplies for your pet that you may need in an emergency. Now, I have a pretty substantial list here, so depending on your pet, depending on what's going on, documents, okay? Photocopied veterinary records, rabies certificate, vaccinations, medical summary, prescriptions for medications, the most recent heartworm test results, the most recent feline tests also. Photocopied registration information, example, proof of ownership or adoption records. I don't have that for my pets. They're just mine. Look on Facebook, you can see it because there's always pictures of them, right? Okay, so pet descriptions. What kind of pet do you have? I have a big brown fluffy dog. She's 6 years old and she weighs 75 pounds. She's got a bum leg. Okay, that's one. Recent photographs of each of your pets. Again, they're probably on Facebook. Go grab them, right? Microchip information if you have it. It is recommended that you have it. Your contact information, phone numbers, addresses for your family, friends, or relatives you may be staying with, okay? Yes, that is important for your pets too, because people need to know where to go if you're in the wrong, different area. Not the wrong area, but if you have to leave your area because of an emergency and you're staying at your relative's house, which is in a different state, then your home information on the dog tags is useless, right? Right. Okay, so water, food, and medications. A 2-week supply of food for each animal stored in waterproof containers. Same rules apply as with our food. You need to rotate through it, so change it out as you rotate your food. 2-week supply of water for each animal. Okay. Non-spill food and water dishes, very important. Manual can opener, super important. 2-week supply of any medications if applicable. I know that my vet, I can get a 180-day supply of Coco's medication, so medication instructions if applicable, and a 1-month supply of flea, tick, and heartworm preventative. Now, I typically get these in advance. I'm spending a small fortune on flea and tick medication because it's super important that they not get them so that they bring them into us. I have enough issues without getting Lyme disease. Here's some other supplies to think of. Leash, collar with ID, and a harness. A harness I'm finding is it's very good to have harnesses, and it's very good to practice getting them on the dogs or the cats, okay? Harnesses. It really takes out any worry about them slipping out of their collar. They're helpful. Litter boxes, if you have cats, litter boxes or trays with some litter set aside also, because they're going to be out of their routine. They're going to need something that they can go in. If your animals have toys, have some extra toys. Extra toys are always good. It's kind of like having kids, right? Appropriate sized pet carrier with bedding, blanket, or towel. For our cat, we've got a couple of small crates in the barn, and anytime my cat goes into that crate, he gets whatever shirt that I've been wearing. I will take it off my back and put it in that crate with him because then he can smell me. It's something that makes him feel safe and secure. It's a shirt, I'll live. He needs to feel better in the interim. If it's bigger dogs, maybe a pillow, something like that, you want to make sure that you have everything that you need to make them comfortable during a stressful situation. They have pet first aid books. They do. It's a good thing to have. And a pet first aid kit. There are all kinds of different things that you can have for it. I would, in this instance, for the brevity of this video, I would say Google pet first aid kit. Go on Amazon, see what you can find. I'm sure they're out there. Cleaning supplies. Accidents happen. So you need some spray disinfectant, you need some paper towels, you need some trash bags. Trust me. Your pet's safety, health, and welfare are up to you 365. Does not matter if it's an emergency or not. That is your responsibility as a good pet person, okay? So these are some of the things that you need to look at. You know, we talked about the emergency kit, microchipping if it's applicable. Keep your vaccinations up to date. I know it's pricey. I get it, okay? But it's important. It's important for them, their health, and for the people around them also. Make sure that your pets have a caller ID that shows the information of how to get in touch with you. I cannot tell you the number of dogs that go wandering off around here. People are always posting them on Facebook. It's sad. It is so sad. It's so scary for the animals, and it's heartbreaking for the people whose homes they came from. So, take the precautions. Put a tag. Know your pet's behavioral needs. Okay, now in this case today, if you didn't hear it, we're finally getting some rain, some thunder. My dogs hate thunder. Ooh, they hate it. They are a cowering, horrible mess. So I know that this is a trait that they have. I know that if there's fireworks going off or if there are guns going off, my dogs are going to freak out. So you have to know their behavioral needs so that you can provide what is good for them during a stressful situation, because you never know what's going to be going on. Most importantly, have a plan for where you will go with your pet in case of an emergency. Again, let's go back to Katrina. These poor pets, I just cannot for the life of me imagine, but these poor pets are completely separated from their owners in a stressful situation. People weren't allowed to go into the stadium, whatever it was, and because they had pets, because you can't have pets in there. I get it. Some people are allergic to them. Some people are afraid of them. I don't know what's going on. It's an emergency, okay? Figure out ahead of time where you're going to go with your pets, because they are as important as you are. I cannot tell you how important this is. Okay, so here are some additional tips just to make you think, okay? These are our babies. They are. I love my dogs. I love my cat. For your dogs and cats, if you have to evacuate, take your pet with you. I think the difference there is pet, livestock, you know. But anyway, take your pet with you. Don't leave them behind. What kind of moron does that? That's just horrible. Just horrible. If you cannot evacuate, make sure your pet has a safe place to stay. This could be a sturdy room in your home, a basement, or a safe room. If you, during a tornado, are running into that bathroom because it's the only secure place in your house, you better be taking that pet with you. You better have been aware of everything and enough in advance to take the pet with you. Okay? Because I know sometimes getting the cat when things are freaky is a little challenging. Do it! They're important. If you have to leave your pet in a shelter, okay, make sure they are well fed, watered, and comfortable. Do everything that you can to make sure they're comfortable. It is, to me, an absolute last resort. I will sleep in my car with my animals before I will turn them in. But if you have no alternative, then make sure that they have what they need. Because just like with us, nobody's going to be there to rescue them. So make sure that you have what you need for their comfort. And after a disaster, right, be sure to check on your pet. Make sure that they're safe. Because I can't imagine anything worse than the insecurity those little souls feel when they are taken out of their home in an upheaval and end up someplace loud and not the same smells and not the same comfort and not the same people. It's got to be traumatic. The same deal as with us. It's part of our pantry preparedness is to make sure that we have a few months worth of food stocked up for our animals. Now, you cannot long-term stock dry food for dogs or cats because it goes rancid. It has an oil in it and it will go rancid. So you want to stay no more than 6 months out. They are coming out with freeze-dried pet food. I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know about it, but it's something to consider if you're so inclined to spend that much money on pet food. Personally, I have ugly chicken, and I have rice. These guys will eat great if I run out of pet food. I am not worried about that. But you need to make sure that you have everything that you need for your pets to eat, to drink, to have the medication that they may need in case of an emergency. If you have any extra tips, please throw them in the comment section down below and check out the links down below. I'm putting a bunch of different links down below with even more preparedness for pets information for you to check out on. Check out this video here for some more information on preparedness and emergencies. And until next time, everybody, be safe.